Good morning, everybody. I'm Garry Morin, the Bowtie Guy. Welcome to the Bowtie Breakdown. Today we are in Pawtucket, Rhode Island at Anchor Financial, and I am with my friend Joe Baptista. Joe, thanks for letting us stop in today.
Thank you, Garry. It's always great to be with you and participate in these videos.
So, stopped in to talk to Joe. He has a transaction going on right now where he has a nice story that he wants to share with us. So, Joe, tell us a little bit about this situation you got going on.
I appreciate it. And we weren't sure how to introduce this because, I was telling Garry about, these borrowers that we're working with now. And we see so many times that people are wanting to buy that multifamily, but they already bought the single family. And, this particular couple, they bought their house in 2017.
Oh, okay.
And they got it for a good price.
Yeah,
back
right
in 17,
before everything
kind of exploded. So in this scenario, it wasn't for everybody, but I just thought it'd be something nice to talk about and to share with people that, they have the single family home, but they always wanted to have the multifamily, and it's generally where you see, one of the two partners will want the single family and one will want the multifamily. And so they ended up settling on the single family first. But now they've thought about it and they say, geez, we really want the multifamily.
They want to have that additional income.
They want that additional income.
Yep.
So, and we looked at taking HELOCs and doing all the different home equity line of credit where you can obtain some of the equity or refinancing their existing loan, taking some money out. Because the challenge, Garry, as you know, if you want to buy a multifamily home and you own a single family home, you are considered an investor.
Yep.
And it's a 25% down payment.
And not everybody can come up with that right now.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And if you're looking at, a $400,000 purchase price, 25% is, guess what? It's
and in this case, these particular folks are not investors, right?
They're not investors.
Okay.
But they want to be.
Yep.
And they want to build generational wealth for their family.
Yep.
That's what they want. And that's what owning a multifamily home will do for you as long as you get good tenants and all that.
yeah, that's a totally different video.
Let's not get off track here. Sometimes we'll do that.
That's an own video.
We'll do a separate one on that. But all kidding aside, you want to build wealth for your family. You want to build equity, right?
Yep. You
want to have cash income generating property. You buy the single family first, unless you have that $100,000 to put down on the $400,000 3 or 4 family.
Or now in this market, possibly more.
More. $500,000. You're looking at $125,000, right?
For a down payment.
It's a lot of money just for your down payment as an investor. But guess what? If you're not an investor, if you're owner occupied, right?
Yep.
You don't have to put down the 25%. You could put down 3.5% as an FHA loan.
Okay.
Right? But you have to sell your single family home now.
Because you can't essentially take on 2 FHA loans at the same time, correct?
Right. Or it's more that your FHA loan has to be owner occupied.
Okay.
And that's the only way you're going to get the lower down payment.
So you can't live in 2 houses.
You can't live in 2, right? So the challenge for most folks on this scenario is that no one wants to part with their existing single family home.
Yeah.
I understand that. I get that. But for these people, they're sitting on $200,000 in equity, Garry.
Oh, wow.
$200,000.
Wow.
$200,000. They bought it for $200,000. It's worth $400,000 now.
Yep.
That happens with a lot of folks. A lot of people that are listening to this right now are probably in that same situation.
And that's why I thought it was important to share the story.
Yeah. So they're having to sell their single family home. But I'm going to have them back in a single family home within no time.
How are we going to do that?
So how are we going to do that, right? We're in the process of selling the single family now. They're going to buy their multifamily home. They're going to live there. This is an owner-occupied loan. You can't do this and buy this multifamily and then all of a sudden, buy your single family right away.
Yeah.
Your intention and your goal has to be to live in the property. But there's no law that says you have to live there forever.
Right.
Right?
That was and that was going to be one of my questions. I was always under the assumption that if it was an FHA, you have to at least 1 year, but I don't know if that's an actual rule.
There's not. Life changes, situations change.
Yeah.
You can't go into this with the intention of, hey, I'm going to pyramid properties. That's what the industry term is. I'm going to pyramid properties. I'm going to, do all these things.
I'm going to scheme like I'm going to live in this and buy that.
Right, buy that. No, that's not. You're not going to do that with us anyway. But and there probably are people out there doing that. But you can legitimately do this where it's going to take about a year for them to be back in that single family.
Yeah.
And you never know. They can move into the 3, 4 family. They can be happy there.
Right.
They may not want to
change their mind.
Family. But they're going to be able to buy that multifamily with just a fraction of the $200,000 they're going to get from selling that house. Then they would have 20% down to put on the single family if they wanted to.
So let's just kind of backtrack and kind of dissect this a little.
Yes.
So on the multifamily, when they sell their existing single family, they're going to have approximately $400,000. The down payment on the multifamily, because it's going to be owner occupied FHA, is only going to be 3.5% of that.
3.5%. So they owe like 2 and change
Yep.
on their existing loan, selling it for $400,000. They're going to clear almost $200,000 after real estate commissions,
Yep.
things like that. You work with someone good like Gary; he'll help you with selling the house and buying the house. I'm sure he'll help you
Oh,
with
yeah.
all that stuff too. You
Yep.
know what I mean? You can get a package deal. But,
Yes.
but anyway, they're going to have, call it 175.
Yep.
They'll probably only have to, even if the purchase price for the multifamily is $500,000,
They're still going to be in good shape.
it's going to be $20,000 for the down
Yeah.
payment.
Wow.
They're still going to be sitting on at least $125,000 to $150,000.
Yep.
So then we're even talking about maybe buying another multifamily as investment.
Yeah. I was just
And
going to
then they'll
ask you
still
that.
have 5% left over on a single family. They
And
can do
possibly buy
conventional.
that. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So almost, would you say that's a house hack?
It's a house. It's a
So
very
great information. Like Joe said, if you want to learn more, get in touch with us today. Either myself, Joe, or both of us will be glad to sit down with you. That was Joe Baptista at Anchor Financial, describing House Hacking 101.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm Garry Morin. That was another Bowtie Breakdown. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.